there, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we are going to look at the decking of a building. So we're going to look at what it takes, the activities that go in there, the materials, the cost of these materials, and the cost of the labor to achieve similar projects in today's Nigerian construction market, using one of our live projects to demonstrate this. Stay tuned as we take you through the process and enjoy. Soon after completing the leveling of 3 blocks on top of the lintel, the next activity is the decking of the building. Of course, that is when you are building a duplex. Now, the decking of the building starts with carrying the beams on top of all the block walls. This more or less, the beam sounds like more like a linkage between the decking and the block works, and it is done such that when filling the holes in the block, some spaces, you leave some kind of space like 3 inches or something, which is more like a linkage. So when casting the concrete, some of the concretes enter into the hole to fill it up, and this binds the decking together with the block work. So here the beams are done on top of these blocks, and by the time you cast the beams with some kind of space left that is not filled in the block, it kind of binds it together, gives it more strength. And of course, the casting also goes through connecting the columns to the beams, and of course linking and chaining the whole building once again. Remember, we did the chaining at the lintel level, and this is the second one, which is now part of the decking that connects all the building together. As soon as the work on the beams are completed, and this beam is also used to kind of make sure the decking is on a plumb level. Now, when the work on that is completed, that is when the decking flooring starts, and it starts by using 2x3 wood to cross from one beam to the other, and supporting it with bamboo, which acts like a support for the weight of the decking now and during the casting period. And as this is done, then the boards are thrown on top of the 2x3 wood, and then the flooring of the decking starts. As you can see, that's what the carpenter is doing right here, kind of putting on the woods after the 2x3 and the bamboo support has already been done. And as soon as this is done in some certain stages, some certain sections, then the iron work for those sections can start. So on the second day of the decking, most of the rooms had been completed, and of course, in preparation for the iron work to go on top of it, the reinforcements work to go on top of it, after which other ancillary activities can go on before the casting of the decking. After taking care of the flooring of the decking, the next thing that is considered and done at this stage is the linkage between the ground floor and the first floor of the building. And this is, of course, is the stairs. Now, the stairs is carefully marked such that you ensure that there is equal risers and equal going from the beginning up to the decking level. So here, the engineer and the carpenters are marking out this one after another before we determine where the half landing is going to be, and finally when where the height at which the final landing, which will land on top of the decking, is going to be. So this is what is going on here, carefully marking out the stairs to ensure we have equal rises and equal going, which helps when you're climbing the stairs later on at the commissioning of the building. So at this stage in the construction process, there are a number of things that are being considered and taken care of. Of course, the first one is the reinforcement that goes on with the decking work, which is like placing the beams and putting the iron rods on on the matting and the beam work to ensure that the decking has both compressive and tensile strength. And now, when this has been done, there are other things that are considered and taken care of before the concrete work is done. This includes the electrical works. Now, at the electrical work stage, you need to consider on the ground floor, where are the locations that you need lighting points? Where are the locations that you want to establish the sockets and switches? These are pinpointed, and of course, according to the electrical drawings, these things the pipes are laid on top of the decking and linked to all the spaces before the casting of the decking happens. Now, the next thing that is considered is the plumbing work. Now, you need to consider where are the toilets located on the upper floor. Now, what is going to be the linkage between the toilet on the upper floor and the toilet on the ground floor? Or how are you going to remove the waste of the toilet on the upper floor? And how are you going to supply water to it? And all these things are taken care of before the casting of the decking starts. The next thing is the linkage between the spaces. We've talked about the staircase, which is the linkage between the ground floor and the upper floor. Then another thing is the relationship between these spaces. Now, as you can see here, that is the plumbing work going on at the points where we have the toilets, bringing in the connection and the waste, to ensure that after the casting we don't break any wall, and it is easy to locate our toilets where they are supposed to be located. So on here is the electrical piping work ongoing, positioning the sockets where they should be. So by implication, a lot of ancillary jobs had to go in to bring these our 304 as approximately 304 square meter decking into reality or into completion. And by the time the decking casting was done, it was observed that the following materials had been used: 500 1 by 12 by 12, that is the decking boards; 320 2 by 3 by 12, which is used as the distribution support; then 320 bamboo, which is more or less the support to carry the weight of the decking when the casting is done; then the nails used, the body for the 2 and the 3 inches nail were just four bags. Then the 16 rods that were used were 75 lengths. Then the 12 rods that were used were 400 lengths. Then the 8 rods used were 120. The binding wire that went into this job was 320 kgs, that's like 60 kg. Then the cement that was used for the casting was 180 bags. Then the granite used was 60 tons. The sand that we used was 5 trips of 7 tons of sand. Then of course the electrical piping and the plumbing piping took about 750,000 naira. So yeah, there's some materials that were bought, and of course these are all the materials that were used to bring this project. So using today's market price, the total cost of all these materials will take a similar project 11,321,000 naira. That is considering today's market price, that is September 2024. In all, the labor, which comprises of the carpentry work, the reinforcement stroke iron work, the electrical work, then the casting, as well as the supervision charge for this project, in today's times will cost 1,600,000 naira. In total, it will cost this project is the sum of 12,921,000 naira to actualize a similar feat in today's construction market. Thank you for being with us this far. Please don't forget to like our videos, subscribe to our channel, and comment on our videos as we continue to bring you this live project that helps you to bring your dream project into reality. See you in our next one.